Okay.
We have way more problems in Fabletown than mic problems. It's fine.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Vault Companions, Wolf Among Us, a sheep in wolf's clothing. I am Patrick. I will be your narrator today. We're going to be playing a modified version of Kids on Bikes. And I got things a little out of order. I'm Patrick. I'll be the narrator. My pronouns are he, him, and I will throw it over to Hamna.
Hello everyone, my name is Hamna. I use any and all pronouns, and today I will be playing Saiba, who uses she, they pronouns. Over to you, Tenny.
Hello, I am Penny. I go by she, her with she, her pronouns, and then I'm going to be playing Snow White today. Yeah. Gwen?
That's me. My name is Gwen. I use she, her pronouns. Today I'm going to be playing Lynn, who also uses she, her pronouns. And shooting it over to you, Ran.
Hi, my name is Ran. I use she, her pronouns. And I will be playing Nerissa, or, I mean, she can be whoever you want her to be. Also, she, her pronouns.
Okay. Well, as you can see, we have an incredible cast assembled for you. And if you wanted to provide tips for them for their incredible performances, we do have a tip jar. $3 will buy Fate, which is advantage, fairly good. $5 will buy Magic, an adversity token, which can come in handy. And $10 will buy a Glamour, which is a +4 to any roll. If you would like to add to the tip jar, our tip jar is at ko-fi.com/vaultcompanions. And let me go on over to content warnings. Wolf Among Us is set in a fantasy world similar to our own. Please enjoy responsibly. Content warnings for this episode may include guns, fantasy violence, harm to loved ones, substance use, body horror, monsters and monstrosity, descriptions of severe illness, human trafficking, sexual acts/sex work, characters in crisis after traumatic experiences, both recent and in the past, and medical trauma. We encourage you to step away if at any point this content becomes not enjoyable for you. We are keeping each other safe at the table and want you to enjoy safely too. Use !CW in chat to review our content warnings at any time. Now, we're going to open up. In this world, the mundane world, where people move about their lives, going to their jobs and their families, there is a group of people hidden amongst us. Spectacular as it may seem, they are figures of fable and myth, fairy tales. We see them every day in their lives in a place called Fabletown, a block of New York that is exclusively for those who have been stories about their adventures and achievements. We zoom in not in Fabletown, but in a building probably on the other side of town, on the other side of, away from Fabletown, where three figures are making their way up a walk-up. They're a man in an orange jumpsuit with brown hair sticking out of a green cap with big plastic eyes on it that make him look like a frog, and another man that is in blonde hair and very vibrant blue clothing. And a small child, as they make their way up, and the child just scoffs, I don't see why we're doing this. The man in the orange jumpsuit says, I know, we were supposed to pick up Science Dog. What are we doing here? And the one in blue says, relax. I was supposed to check on... There's a lot of us shepherds that came over from the lands of Fable, and we check in on each other from time to time. Shem, I mean, you'd know him better as the boy who cried wolf, but he called me in a bit of a mood last night. He was kind of freaking out. I mean, I had to take my girl had tickets last night to Sunset Boulevard, so I didn't want to miss that, but I mean, we can just check on him real quick before we step out to go get Science Dog. Don't worry, Flycatcher, we're going to get Science Dog. And the child chimes in and like, your girlfriend, eh? You get anywhere with her? Boy Blue's, God, Pinocchio, what is wrong with you? And he leans in close. He says, I have been 12 years old for 500 years. That's what's wrong with me. All right, just let me check on Shem real quick, and then we'll be out of here. He goes to the door and gives it a very quick knock, just, Shem? The door creaks open and immediately reveals blood. He pushes further on the floors, the walls, every piece of furniture. There is traces and splatterings of blood. He searches very quickly and immediately finds Shem, or at least the body. I think we might need to call Bigby down here. Pinocchio looks at the body. I don't know, from what I'm seeing, he might already know. From there, we zoom over to Fabletown, into an office near the top floors. The door is innocuous enough. There's people waiting outside of it. A door label on the door that says Snow White, Director or Lieutenant Governor or Lieutenant Mayor of Fabletown. Inside, we see an enormous, cavernous room that can't possibly fit within this building. An absolutely enormous space full of artifacts and treasure of some sort, some mystical lingerings. We see a suit of armor hanging from the limb of a magic tree. We see a mirror leaning up against the wall. We see books and tomes of all sorts, and we see at a table facing a rather perturbed-looking woman, Snow White. Kenny, would you mind describing your character? Oh dear. Hold on.
Sorry. No, that was me. That was
Okay.
Sorry about that. Yeah, so Snow White, if you've seen anything from the game, she seems like a very stoic human at first glance. She's got a lot of stress on her shoulders right now, and I think right now she's gonna be a little more tense. She's gonna be looking over some things on her desk, trying to sift through some things.
The woman in front of you is kind of hands like ringing together, and she's just, I know we're supposed to keep the glamour up at all times, but it was a private gathering, and we didn't know that the maintenance worker was going to be showing up. We're really sorry, and we know how much it costs for a memory charm, and it won't happen again. We don't need to make a big deal out of it.
I understand, but the laws are clear. Glamours must be up at all times, even if a private gathering. I don't think you understand the consequences.
If you just excuse us this once, we promise it will not happen before anything can go any further. The doors push open, and a man in just trousers, a button-up shirt, rolled up to the arm, shaggy brown hair, and smoking what is probably his 10th cigarette of the day, walks in as he goes, "Snow, I need to talk to you right now. It's important."
What is it? I'm a little busy and I'm in the middle of this, as you can see.
Well, is it more important than a murder?
Hold that thought, okay? What's going on? She's gonna turn over to the man.
He's going to try and pull you back a little bit further into the office space to give you a bit of seclusion. Say, Boy Blue just called me over to an apartment. It's the boy who called Wolf, and, well, he's dead. And he's dead in a way that does not look good for me.
Okay. Say more. In a way that doesn't look good for you.
The body's been brutalized. Teeth marks, claw marks, and anyone with any kind of competence would immediately make me a suspect. And seeing as how I'm the only sheriff, that kind of puts us in a little bit of a spot.
That's one way to put it. This wouldn't be the first time that there was... Okay, alright. This is the last thing that we... Alright, what do we need to do?
Well, first you're going to take me down to the holding cell in the basement, and you're going to lock me up. This is the very first thing you're going to do.
Okay, you know that if you're down there, it's not going to give us the best chances of figuring out what's going on. I know appearances, but...
I thought of that, and I think I got someone, or at least a couple of people that can help out with this. I already placed the call, and they're waiting in my office. So, escort me down, and then meet them in my office, and then you're going to want to figure out who killed the boy who cried wolf.
All right, and do they know that you're the main suspect in this? Do they think that you're the one that did it?
I have to be very careful about what I say next, because if I color this investigation in any way, well, everyone at the farm is already looking for a reason to throw me out, to throw me down the witching well. This is now their reason.
It wouldn't be the first time that you were painted in this light. Okay, let's get you down there, and if you trust these people or think that they can help, then let's meet them. But is the woman that I was talking to earlier, that Snow was talking to earlier, is she still in the room?
She's definitely trying to overhear your conversation from the desk.
Valid, I would too. Okay, she would probably look to Bigby and be like, okay, like give a knowing glance towards the woman, and she would look over at the woman and just mention that she would be back to deal with this issue in a second.
You take Bigby and escort him all the way down to the basement. The heavy iron door in the stone, basically just a jail cell, just a small solitary space. You leave him there smoking just the nub of a cigarette as he stubs it, smashes it on the floor. And then you head up to a much smaller office space, a very cramped, very singular person office space that when you open the door, you find 3 individuals in there. Let's go ahead and start with Sahiba. Would you mind introducing us to your character?
Snow, when you walk in, you see in one of the corners of the room a short but slender figure leaning up against it, up against the wall. You can see that this figure, she has light brown skin and this very long, dark brown, pin straight hair that is currently tied up in a single plaited braid. Along the braid, you can see different kinds of floral arrangements tied into the braids, the strands. And this figure doesn't look at you at first when you kind of enter, when the door opens. She's looking off, I think, like into where the window is and kind of looking off out into Fabletown proper. And it takes a couple beats before they turn to your attention, maybe after you speak for the first time. But as they do, you can see that on their brown, slightly loose, like slacks that they're wearing, on the belt, on one hip, you can see half of a broken arrow, the head attached. And on the other hip, you can see the other half of ostensibly the same arrow with the back half of it. And this figure, Saiba, their large, round, brown eyes meet yours as you speak.
Hi there. I was actually sent up here. What was your name?
Saiba. But we've met once before, Snow.
And you can kind of see like a glimmer of just remembering a little bit of the situation. And when the last time that Snow saw Saiba kind of go over her face, her expression kind of changes. Right.
Look, what's going on here? I just heard that Bigby needed a favor, and quite frankly, I think he's run out of favors from me. So, why am I here?
He's run out of favors from a lot of people, believe me. All right. It seems like my assistant Blue found some sort of dead body, and we need to look into it. Bigby told me that I could trust you.
You see further back in the room 2 other people in there. Gwen, would you introduce us to your character?
Yeah, I think something that you immediately would have noticed is that somebody is rummaging around in the office. And when this tall, lanky, scrappy-looking figure turns at the sound of your voice, you recognize her. She has pale, pallid skin, this sort of curly, wavy, messy pixie cut in white, coils and coils of silver scale tattoos on all the visible skin that she has, but she's wearing just a tank top, a leather jacket, and some really busted jeans. And the most notable thing besides her golden eyes are a tattoo of a red and a white rosebud on her neck. And this is Prince Linda Worm, or Lynn. And she says, "Oh, so we're doing your dirty work. Great."
I wouldn't say mine, but Snow would look over to the other person in the room.
Ran, would you introduce us to whoever Snow sees in front of them?
Well, Snow knows who is looking at, but who she sees is a redhead woman. Her hair is cut in quite the latest fashion, I would say, from the mundane world. Just the right amount of bedheadness that is carefully cultivated. There is a white lily that she wears in her hair and a purple ribbon that she wears around her neck. She's wearing this light blue tank top and a simple skirt that is seemingly always flowing in a sea breeze. And she's sitting like she is on a beach holiday, completely disregarding the intense aura that everybody seems to be exuding. But she is going to she carries this smile almost like constantly on her face, and before she is seen, you would have actually heard her. She was kind of humming to herself, practicing a song that you know is her latest production that is being performed at her store. But at the moment, she will look at you, bat her eyelash a little bit, and say, "It's always good to see you, even though not always for good reasons."
It's good to see all of you in their own right.
Is it?
Okay, all right. I know it hasn't been that long, Lynn, but listen, I know that this is a lot to ask, but we've got something. Bigby's gotten himself into another mess. All right, and I know he's running out of favors with all of you. Believe me, he's starting to run out of favors with me. But we have to get to the bottom of this. All right? I'm not sure what Blue is doing or where he is, but we'll...
I'll actually tell you, Blue stayed at the crime scene to secure it. So you have the crime scene is locked down for you whenever you want it, or if there's somewhere else you'd like to go to, that is also a viable option.
Okay.
Did he do it?
Bigby isn't too bad. Maybe where is he right now? Can I talk to him?
Right now he's in the cells. He thinks it's not a great idea for him to be out, especially if he's being framed or whatever's going on here. We won't really know anything until we get to the crime scene.
He's obviously being framed.
Right. If he's being framed, everything... Well, not everything, but I think he could know something. A lot of people hate him. But I think it will be worth it if I can find out a little bit more about who hates him currently the most.
We could probably go down to see him. He's as stressed as ever, but I'm sure he might be able to give us some information. It's not a bad idea. Just don't give him any more cigarettes. He's been chain smoking since this morning, and I'm not sure if this murder jump-started that or I don't know, but let's go talk to him.
Bigby is going to be his own downfall one day, and I would not be surprised. But he always have a thing or two nice to say to me, anyway.
I mean, cut him some slack. He's been doing good. He's been doing better since being here.
He's a good person. I always think so. I wouldn't be here without him.
We're all glad you're here, Nerissa.
Thank you.
So, you all decide to head downstairs. Or actually, you know what? I would like all of you... Oh, wait just a second. We actually got our first tip. Someone bought a glamour for Snow, so you can hold on to it for at any time you want to use it. A +4 to any roll. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Sparrow.
Sparrow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fight Sparrow.
I'm gonna actually ask for a roll right now. Let's do a savvy roll. The difficulty is just a 3, but that's only for like really basic knowledge. And every level above that, you get a little bit more. So like 6 will get you quite a bit. 9 will get you pretty much everything.
Wait, what are we rolling?
You are rolling your savvy.
Oh, okay. Oh gosh, that's a die that I need to look for.
Where do we find that? Would that be part of...
On your character sheet, one of
Yes.
your stats is Savvy. So whichever die size you assigned to Savvy.
I have fight, flight, grit, brains, brawn, and
Okay,
charm.
so those are the
no.
actual Kids on Bike stats. For this one, the stats are a little different.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me go look at that.
I can
Thank you.
ping you where the message is so that you can see it.
I'm looking at it. This is awkward.
No worries. We'll figure this out together.
Okay.
This is a 10 for me.
Also a 10.
I'm starting off strong. I rolled a 1 on a D10.
Classic!
I get
I exploded.
just for the audience, one of my traits is determined, which lets me get 2 magic tokens when I fail instead of 1, and I'm not going to re-roll this, even though I can, because I think it makes sense that Saiba's not really all that interested just yet in helping Bigby, so I'm going to take my 2 magic tokens.
Okay, so we have a 1, a 10, a 10. Snow, did you have something that you could roll for it?
Yes. It is. A 6.
Okay. I will say, Snow, you come at it from a very bureaucratic angle. You are right now investigating the sheriff of Fabletown, and you have to be not that you ever have cut corners before, but you absolutely cannot cut corners right now. This is basically a test of Fabletown as an entity. You know that you have to be by the books on all of this, and you have to present a very clear case. And you're kind of, you know that everyone is going to have strong reactions to the sheriff being accused of a crime, that by all accounts, it looks like him. The victim looks to be brutalized by an animal. This victim, the boy who cried wolf, has a storied history with the accused, and a lot of things are lining up that point to Bigby. Gwen, I think you have a unique view on this. Ever since Bigby joined Fabletown, he's always... Yes, there has been the... Everyone agreed everything that happened back before in the lands of story. That was all supposed to be forgiven, forgotten about. But that was not the case. There are so many aggrieved fables that really do not like that the monster from their nightmares is now and has been the authority, the sheriff presiding over them in their lives. And you are able to sympathize a little bit with that because there are some who are very scared of you and who, no matter what agreements have been made, no matter what has been forgiven and forgotten, can't quite shake an image from you. Nerissa, you've seen Bigby at work. You've seen him solving a rather grisly crime.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you've come to realize that a lot of antagonistic forces could align themselves against a singular entity. Bigby is the sole sheriff of Fabletown. And you've seen when a lot of people invested in their own survival conspire to try and take down the sheriff. It's happened to you before. So I think you see this, all the pieces clicking together so cleanly, so easily. This is a setup for appearances. Like, you can see that this very much needs to point at Bigby.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Saiba, I think there's some unfortunate personal animosity that just, hey, Bigby's in trouble. Do you care? There's a part of you.
I mean, I do, and I don't, because, you know, did he ever care?
He's rather inscrutable, that one.
And yet, when he needs help, who does he come running to ask? I'll help, but...
With that information, where would you all like to go?
We're heading downstairs to... Well,
Okay.
Nerissa is heading downstairs to talk to him, at the very least. But that's... she's not going to force anybody else to go with her. But if anyone wants to come with, they're very welcome to.
Lynn's absolutely following. And she's also not just gonna let her boss wander off unguarded.
Saiba will follow, but I think at like a step behind and isn't planning on like really participating in the interrogation, not interrogation. More so, they just want to hear what Bigby has to say in this situation.
Snow would go as well.
So, all of you venture down all the way to the basement. You feel the cold, dank space that is very often just neglected and ignored. And you see an iron door, thick as a bank vault, that marks the holding cell. Snow, you have the key and you can easily open it up. Though, if you're actually thinking about it, there's a world where the big bad wolf could just push his way out of it anyway. But that hasn't happened. He is, as you open it, sitting on the bench, just smoking away. I don't know why you're all here when there's a body that's waiting for you.
I think I'm gonna, walk over to just like sit down next to Bigby, and we'll reach out a hand and say, "Can I have one of those?"
He pulls a cigarette pack from his pocket, taps out one of the cheap and really dirty cigarettes into your hand, and flicks open a lighter to give you a light.
She will light it up and take a puff and say, "Smells just like the good old times."
If only. Well,
Bigby, someone staged a show and you're the star.
I'm getting that. But
And
I can't influence you in any way, shape, or form.
No, you're not.
This has to be 100% you figuring out who the killer is. Because if I just tell everyone that I didn't do it, well, I don't imagine that's going to go over too well by those up at the farm.
Well,
This is bullshit, Biggs. I mean, obviously, there are people that hate you. I get it, whatever. But that could have been anybody. Fuck, it could have been me.
Well, if you'd like to join me in the cell, you can, but for right now, someone wants it to be me.
Are you all kidding me? Bigby here brought us all together to do his job for him, and none of you are doing it. And I think Saiba will, who had been like further in the back, right, leaning up against the wall, will push herself up off the wall and get closer to the bars of the cell. Hey. So, if we're gonna do this right, you're a suspect. We are the detectives. This is an interrogation.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
So what do you know?
I can't tie things together for you. I went to the scene. I saw the body. I know the victim. That's enough.
Where were you when it happened?
Oh, conveniently, my alibi is that I was by myself, sleeping in my single bedroom. I'm sure that'll hold up in court.
Saiba turns around to her companions and say, "It's not really looking good for him."
Bigby, I have told you that you needed to go out more.
Maybe I need to find the right partner.
You know, whenever I stay a show, we talk to each one of the cast members and we figure out their characters. And I'm here to figure out you, like I have done before. You know that. So, now, Bigby, the murderer in this story, why would he kill?
That's a good question. Do you remember the boy who cried wolf? Because from my angle, I didn't even know the guy. That kid was talking about me for months. And I show up at a random farm and eat a sheep, and suddenly I'm his worst nightmare.
Well, I mean, he made you look bad with all of the other townsfolk. That's a motive. Ruined your reputation, painted you a villain. Maybe there's some resentment there? Huh, Bigby?
Maybe indeed.
Who else hate you?
Yeah.
Who else hate you? Who else wants to see you locked up? Or worse?
The list is too long
Yeah.
to go through.
Most recent additions?
Most recent additions? How about you ask anyone who's been down the witching well or has been arrested? Because that's a hell of a list.
Bigby, we need you to help us out here. I might be one of the very last few people who will never run out of favors for you. I remember what you did for me, and I know that. I know you're a good person.
I would like you to give me a slick check because Bigby very much does not want to say things that could incriminate himself.
Yeah.
This is going to be a little difficult. It's going to be a 7 because he's fairly resolute about things.
Mm-hmm. You know, my slick is a d20, and I have a strength, which is called Beloved. Add +3 to your slick roll with Fable NPCs. So this is kicking in.
Okay.
And I rolled a 13 on the die, +3 is 16.
So, in the mechanics of Kids on Bikes, which we are adopting, if you beat a roll by 5, that is exceptional. So, I think you see, like, there's been a space allotted for you in Bigby's life that is fairly rare. He likes to help, he likes to protect, but there was something about what the Crooked Man did that it really made a link between the two of you. And he sits there and says, okay, I can't tell you anything, but if someone were to go into my office and say, look at what I've been investigating, there might be some links. Maybe you find something that the boy who cried wolf might have cried about as well.
I think she will look at him and say, I see that you have taken into heart when I told you before that we suffer in silence. And she's going to take off her ribbon, put it in his hand. You should smoke less. And this, for what we've lost and what we remember. We'll be in touch.
Also, keep more food in your office, because there isn't any anymore. But we're gonna get to the bottom of this, Vix. I'm not letting these people fuck you over like this.
Well, I just hope someone is accountable. That's all I ask.
I think, are we pretty much about to leave? Everybody pretty cool on leave? Okay. I think, Snow is not like the kind of person to show affection in front of other people, but I think she would probably hang back for a second and just share a quick exchange with him before they leave to go and try and clear his name.
I think he looks at you and he's like, well, I mean, technically, you're the only one with authority here, so looks like there's a new sheriff in town.
Yeah, you have the little cowboy star for me. Bigby, we're gonna figure this out, okay?
You better, because I don't think they did this just to frame me. I think they did this so that other Fables will get upset that the monster's been looking after them this whole time.
We're gonna go find the actual monster, okay? You just sit tight. Don't worry. We'll figure it out. And I think with that, she would probably like straighten her suit pants thing. What's that called? And she'd like probably her expression would definitely change for sure. And like she's getting back to business, and she would probably follow them out. She'd probably have a before she locks the door. I think as soon as she does turn the key to lock him back up, she'd just like give him one last glance, of like trying to be as reassuring as she can before she jumps into it and follows the rest of them back up.
I think I wonder if the Lynn and I wonder if the other two are more ready to leave. But Snow, when you were heading out and through the hallway, you will see that Nerissa is there, kind of waiting for you a little bit, more skittish than usual. And when she talks to you, she has a different voice. Is he all right? Are you all right?
We'll figure this out, okay?
I know you're friends. I know you two work together, and I owe him one. Really, I owe you one. So, is there any possibility he would have done this?
I think she would shake her head at first, but then she would kind of check herself a little. I think we have to go to the crime scene and do this by the book. There can't be any room for any bias or anything. We need to keep our heads on straight.
Yeah. The mentioning of keeping our heads on straight gives her a little chuckle. But she will start hiding out.
She would like actually be taken aback for a second and be like, "Oh, that came out of my mouth."
Well, you know, I'm quite good at that.
I am so sorry. I did not. What I meant was, we just need to keep things. Why don't we head to the crime scene? All right.
Yeah.
I'm sure your support means the world to him. We just need to, we can't let feelings get in the middle of this. All right?
Yeah, of course.
But I understand. I understand.
I think in contrast, back up in Bigby's office, Lynn is thrashing the place for his notes. Is going, this is absolute bullshit. Why does this happen? Why it's always It's always him. Why does it always have to be him? He's just trying to help everybody.
As Lynn is going through, I imagine haphazardly through all of the notes, Saiba's just kind of picking up whatever is being thrown onto the ground and kind of looking at it a little bit more closely and with a little bit more attention to detail. And she lets Lynn just kind of rant for a bit. And then eventually, while like looking at one of the notes, trying to find anything, something of value here, they say, "You're really quick to think that someone's not capable of something awful."
She stops and like turns to you. I know that he's capable of awful things. I know that we all are. We all are. But this whole thing about, oh, we had to forgive everybody after coming here, and we'll forget about it. Nobody forgets about anything. I get it. We some of us weren't living happy-go-lucky fairy tale lives. Some of us were hurting people. But that's why we're here. We're trying to be different. I don't think he would do this again.
At the mention of people not forgetting, when we came over into Fabletown, Saiba's eyes flick up without her head moving with it to look at you briefly, and then they look back down and they say, I know that there is a history that follows everybody here, but I'm just saying, you can't assume he didn't do it, just like we can't assume that he did do it, if we're gonna get to the bottom of this.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's just no way. Lynn just looks distraught.
Hey, does this mean anything to you? It looks like expense reports or something.
This feels like a roll.
I'm gonna go ahead and ask both of you for a quick snoop check, and it's gonna be a little interesting because he gave you kind of a little trail to follow, but the beginning difficulty is a 4. In order to get the maximum out of it, the next highest difficulty is actually a 15.
Okay. No pressure. Oh!
You've got to be fucking kidding me.
Did you roll another 1?
Yeah, I did.
I rolled a 10! Hold on, wait!
And this was on a D12. So I'll just take my 2 magic tokens and call it a day.
Okay. I didn't get 15, but I got 12.
Okay.
Glad you're here to pick up the slack.
You easily pick up a kind of. You do find files on the boy who cried wolf. His name's Shem. He's kind of, from what you can gather from Bigby's notes, he just kind of started kind of collecting things because the boy who cried wolf, Shem, or Shep, I'm sorry, his full name is Shepherd Kid, and he's officially unemployed. Unofficially, he's a club promoter for like 3 different clubs that he's getting paid under the table. He seems to be he is trying he has an unfortunate connection to some of the darker aspects of some of the more underground parts of Fabletown. He has a tendency to talk about conspiracies. He brings up, the adversary has agents within Fabletown that he's going to bring down the Fabletown government from the inside. Jack is actually not just he's working for agents out west who are seeking to bring literary devices to prominence in a way that undercuts Fables, and all of these things that are wildly audacious. However, out of all of them, like, you see that he's picking up a trail for some sort of secretive black market, I wouldn't say glamour provider, because it's favors. These are magical favors that are being provided in this black market space that are having a heavy cost. And it's very obvious that the boy who cried wolf had picked up on something, and that Bigby, upon hearing about that, kind of started getting into that aspect of it. There's an undercurrent in Fabletown that's granting favors of a magical connotation. And it's not registered through the Fabletown government. Or at least, these are all the rumors that the boy who cried wolf has been spreading. So,
Did you kill Bigby to organize these files? I can't find a fucking thing.
What? No, this is exactly what we need. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? What is that?
When we kind of like re-enter this office and seeing all of the things, I think I'm just gonna ask, so is there someone that Bigby is looking into and finding out a little bit too much about?
Yeah, the kid who's dead.
The kid who's dead?
So, he's a conspiracy theorist. Shocker.
I have
also,
Oh,
go ahead.
I have an above table question because, like, my character has not heard everything you have explained, but I do run a theater company slash club, that kind of entertainment business. Is there any possibility the boy who cried wolf would have come to my establishment to try to barter that kind of things, to like work under the table, that kind of thing, in order to access my clientele?
Let's go ahead and make a roll about it, because I never want to deprive you of any chance for this. So let's do... You know what? Let's do a slick roll.
Okay.
Difficulty, I'm going to say a difficulty 12, because this isn't whether he came in. This is whether you hearing non-stop conspiracy theories from this individual picked up anything from that, or if it just became noise. So I said DC 12? Yeah, DC 12. This is going to be a little bit tough because he is easily dismissible.
Right. You know what I rolled?
What's that?
You ready? I rolled a 17 on a die and I have +3. So there is a dirty 20 coming your way.
So, you kind of, being with your background of being an unheard voice, you kind of, the boy who cried wolf, Shep, came in and was talking with people. You remember, like, he's a rather like thin and insubstantial kid. Like he looks like he perpetually does not look like an adult. He's always looked young. He's always had like kind of a gaunt face, kind of stringy blonde hair, and he's nonstop, always trying to. He's always trying to convince everyone of what he knows. Not because he's trying to garner support.
Right.
He's always been kind of looking for attention.
I think there is a game recognized game situation going on whenever he's in my place, because I see him, I hear him. We're both liars. We're both pretending to be something we're not, and we're doing it in different ways. You know, careful cultivation is my way, and for him, it's just like to talk about bullshit so much that he becomes ambiance, and then he then kind of caused trouble. So I think I would have paid attention to him because, yeah, he deserves to be paid attention to in a way.
Yeah, I think you are able to pick up a couple of facts that everyone kind of dismissed, in that he's spreading these rumors so that he can be like, I'm uncovering like a massive conspiracy that's gonna consume Fabletown. But you're also picking up that if what he's saying is true, this is magical power that rivals the witches on the 15th floor of the Fabletown office. Famously, the most powerful magic users in all of your assembled stories. And someone has enough reach that they are not only granting this magic, but that it is not being detected by Prospero, by the Witch of the Cottage, all of these that are heavy hitters, and no one, well, at least it doesn't seem that it's been brought to their attention. You probably haven't seen any reaction, but you are also not a government official, so there's that.
Yeah.
As you're all here, do you want to do I think you can either do like a thorough investigation of this space, or we can come back here and you can go to the crime scene.
At this point, Saiba's just kind of following other people's leads because she hasn't been able to find jack shit. So she turns to Lynn and just says, what do you think we should do?
I think we gotta go check out the place where it happened.
Yeah. And I do agree with you. I think he needs to maybe hire someone to organize this place.
Thank you. It's a fucking mess in here.
I've been telling him that for weeks, years. I think that. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go.
Oh, just when we get there to the crime scene, just make sure that let's just be aware of our surroundings. I know that sounds self-explanatory, but we need to be careful. By the book, we need to make sure that our appearance there doesn't seem like we're trying to cover up for Bigby.
Where exactly is here, anyway?
The crime scene is at 210 Marcy Street. It's across town. It's a building with not only did it have the boy who cried wolf, it actually has a couple of other fables that stay there. He has I think, Snow, you would know this because you kind of have a vague knowledge of the whereabouts of where fables are, at least where they say they are. You know that the Shep has a neighbor whose name is Momotaro. He's a fable. And the only other fable that would be of note that you would really, and this one might be a bit of a double-edged sword. There's someone by the name of Rose Red who lives in the penthouse. Not penthouse, but the upper floor, a very nice double apartment that she spent a lot of money on. And that, well, let's leave it at that.
Okay. So I'm just taking some notes. She would probably share this information with everyone, at least about, is it Melitaro? Is that how you say it?
Momotaro, I'm sorry.
Momotaro? Okay, let me
Yes.
fix that. Okay. I feel like after we get to the scene, we start with Shep's neighbor. They go by the name of Momotaro. They're a fable. We might be able to get some leads there, but I have no idea what we're walking into, other than obviously a gruesome murder, but let's just brace ourselves and head that way.
Maybe afterwards we can talk to the woman upstairs. Wherever there is money, there is power.
If it's okay with y'all, I mean, would you be okay with doing the talking and I can maybe look at the body, look at the area? I'm just not really good at the social interaction part.
Really?
You have
We get along.
Yeah, that doesn't bode very well for you, Lynn.
Huh?
You have your strength. We'll all just practice our own strength. We'll figure this out.
Alright, well, lead the way.
You all, I think, Snow, you use one of I think you have a car, so you're able to take everyone across town. As you come to the apartment building and walk up the stairs to Shep's floor, you see the man in the orange jumpsuit with the shaggy hair and the frog hat standing outside. His name is Flycatcher, and he's oh, hey, Snow. It's kind of a mess in there. Yeah, I don't know if you want to go in there.
We'll brace ourselves, okay?
Okay.
What did you see?
Well, we were gonna go get Science Dog because it gets out published today, and then like Lou was talking about his girlfriend, and then like we kind of stopped over here with Shep, and oh, you mean in the room?
In the room.
I didn't want to look. I didn't want to see that.
Okay. All right.
Blue's inside. He has it well under control. And I guess when you need someone to clean it up, I'll get the mop and bucket. You know, Flycatcher is a Bigby and Flycatcher have a special kind of relationship. Bigby keeps on penalizing Flycatcher for small indiscretions, which provides him kind of a job. He kind of works for the Fabletown office, in so much that he is legally obligated to fulfill his community service hours.
Okay.
He steps aside for you to step inside.
Okay, she would probably thank him and then would look back at the others and just kind of give a non-verbal, like, are you guys ready for this kind of thing?
Lynn's already walking in.
You step in and you see blood. Like, it's very clear Boy Blue is standing off to the side and he tried very hard not to touch any of it, but it is so everywhere that it is hard to avoid it. The body is in the middle of the room, clearly having been thrashed. It looks like an animal attacked him. It's a very, once you get past the very prevalent blood, it's a very kind of modest apartment. It's very clear that he hasn't decorated, he hasn't really provided much furniture, and what has is ruined.
Could I?
Oh, yeah?
Could I roll a sneak? Because I think I don't think Nerissa does very well with the amount of blood that's there with like past trauma. What happened?
Okay. Yeah. Do you want to? Are you trying to like get out, like away from that space, or what are you trying to do?
No, I'm just trying to keep a straight face and not show that she is like affected by this.
I'll tell you what. Give me a sneak check. No, actually, how do we want to do this? Because I want you to tell me how difficult it is for Nerissa to get to be stable, to be like fully in control. Tell me what you think, how difficult you think it is.
What's a number that's like, difficult, I guess.
I would say like 11 would be a tough ask.
I mean, 11, I won't get there unless it explodes. So, because I got a D10. So let's see.
You also have magic tokens.
Yeah, I have an 8.
I think you. There's a moment where you just can't keep your composure and you kind of have to like retreat into another, like the bedroom where the blood just isn't. All the blood is in the living space, but the bedroom seems to be a bit of a sanctuary that you can kind of close yourself off to.
I think you just see her hand just instinctively reaches up to her neck and just like stands there and try very hard to not look at the blood, and just go straight to the bedroom.
We got it, boss. You just take it easy.
You are very good at that. I'm just going to look at other things. Zoom away.
Blue quickly approaches you, Snow, and is like, I got it locked down, but we're gonna start attracting attention if we keep this up for much longer. So, whatever it is you need to investigate. I've already taken pictures of the crime scene, but we kind of need to clean this up before.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna just like almost close the door behind me and try to search for this bedroom for like, I don't know, hidden document places, because liar to liar, he's gotta have some sort of hidden place where he hides his like business, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm gonna do.
We'll come back to you in a moment. Here in this room, does anyone else want to do any checks here?
Yeah.
I think. Go ahead.
Saiba, as promised, is going to investigate the body because I think that's where she feels the most comfortable here. And so she very carefully will, walk across the floor of this living room, trying their best not to disturb the blood. That is honestly quite impossible with how much of it there is. It's like caking to the bottom of her shoes. And she crouches down by the body and starts doing like a scan of it, noting everything about it, trying to consider alternative explanations for the things that they're seeing rather than just the first thing that comes to mind.
Yeah, go ahead and give me that snoop check. This will again be like a 6 difficulty, and every step 3 higher will get you more.
You said it was 6 difficulty. How many? Yeah. What's the max high that we can go?
Oh, I mean, you can keep on going. I will give as much information as you achieve.
Okay. In that case, I rolled a 7 on the die, but I'm going to use 2 magic tokens to make that a 9 and get 2 pieces of information.
Okay. You clearly see, you are not a medical professional. However, I think you've seen a dead body or two in your time. And you can tell when a wound that has been inflicted has bled. And you're not seeing that. What you're seeing is blood spattered everywhere. This is performative. And you're looking at these cuts on his body that should be from claws and teeth that would be ragged. If something tears, there's not a clean cut, but you're seeing very clean, precise cuts on this victim's body. You are seeing blood that is spattered in a overly dramatic, emphasized amount, a entirely more than is necessary amount to convey that this person has been assaulted. This has very much been curated. This has been staged. This body, you're pretty sure, didn't even die in this spot. This spot seems to be very much the center of the room where it can garner the most attention and be very much a centerpiece for the entirety of this display.
Without looking up from the body, hey, Snow, do you think you could get an autopsy done on this body?
I think so.
Yeah, you absolutely. The doctor that is employed at the Fabletown offices, you very professional, would be able to get you an autopsy very quickly.
Blue, can you arrange that?
Right away, Snow. And he.
Before.
Yes.
Oh, before you go, did you see anyone enter or leave this room, walking around this in the area?
No.
Anything?
No. We came into this. We just since we got here, no one has come or gone. No one has. This has pretty much been locked down. I mean, I was supposed to visit Shep last night. He was being kind of erratic, and all of us shepherds, we kind of look out for each other. But I had a thing, and so I thought it'd be okay. And I get here, and I mean, what if he was? What if they got him last night? What if I could have stopped them?
Blue, it wasn't your fault. You said he was erratic. What was he saying?
I want you to give me a slick roll.
Okay.
To see if he's just kind of word vomiting everything he can. whether it's useful or not. So you have to kind of like pick through and find the fragments of things that have any kind of meaning. I'll say the difficulty is a 4.
Okay. I think I'm doing this correctly. It's a D20 for this one, so
Ooh,
19.
you should have set that difficulty higher. You are able to kind of pick out that there is a time of death. If there was a phone call placed, that means at a certain point in time last night, Boy Blue or the Boy Cried Wolf was alive. So this isn't like a day and a half old. This isn't like you're happening upon a crime scene. This is fresh. This did happen. So you have a timetable. You're able to kind of glean. There's something piquing your interest as he talks about that he was erratic. If Boy Blue, who has told you that he has had a continuous friendship with Shep, a conspiracy theorist, if that is a person that is acting erratic, like something is happening. And if he's a conspiracy theorist, what do you think the chances are that he hid something within this space for someone to find after he was out of the picture?
Okay. Blue, how close were you with him?
I mean, I try to check up on him as much as I can. You know, life gets in the way, but he's always had trouble trying to. He really wants to be, the center of attention, and that can get really tiresome very quickly.
Right.
And I mean, I checked on him as much as I could, but he also he has an ecstasy habit that I just kind of like. It wasn't my thing, so I just kind of let him do his own thing. It's whatever. It's fine. I just wasn't my thing.
Yeah. Did you ever see him use any of it in here? Do you know? Have you seen him take it down from anywhere?
Yeah, I think I remember. He has a stash. I think he has a stash in here. Hold on. I think I remember. It's in the bedroom, I think. And he's gonna make a move for the bedroom. Did anyone else want to do anything in this space?
I think just Saiba's just going to go over to Snow and quietly, so that Blue can't hear necessarily, just gonna say, the wounds on that body are too clean and the blood is it's all staged. I think that your autopsy is gonna find that something else killed him.
All right. Okay.
A fucker might actually be getting framed.
Sorry,
Meanwhile,
but
Lynn. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I think, is Lynn with them? Is Lynn right next to Saiba and Snow?
Lynn is walking around in the back room smelling the air.
Okay.
She's flicking her tongue out and she has a split tongue and she is just trying to smell anything funky.
Okay. I think to Saiba, Snow would just mention, there has to be something here. If he was erratic, it doesn't seem like it's the norm. I don't know if we can trust anyone right now, Saiba, except for, the four of us. So if we can find wherever the stash is, or if maybe Shep hid something around here, do you think you and Lynn could find that?
Yeah, I'll grab her and we can look. And I think Saiba looks over at Lynn, who is tasting, smelling the air, and it's just like, are we supposed to be glamored? Oh, whatever. And then he's gonna walk over to Lynn and try to enlist her in us searching this space, so not the bedroom where Shep, or sorry, not Shep, where Blue just went to where Nerissa is.
And I actually want to thank you, Hamna, because you reminded me of a mechanic that I was actually forgetting to introduce. All of our fables here, when they fail a roll, they get magic tokens, and they can use those magic tokens to achieve higher and higher goals. However, these are also fables that are trying to hide in a mundane world. So anytime you use magic tokens, I'm gonna need a sneak check to make sure that no one noticed anything. So, this is an apartment block that is occupied by fables. However, it also has some from the Mundy world that are also occupying it. So this will be a rather low DC. This is, I'll say, a 3 sneak check.
Just for clarification for both myself and the audience, can magic tokens then be used to adjust this roll, or is this like
No,
flat?
This is flat. This is,
Okay,
it has
cool.
to be on your ability alone.
Look, before I roll, I just need everyone to know that my sneak is a d20. Just so we know.
Mhm.
We believe. Okay, we believe.
I rolled a 6, so I barely made it, but I did make it.
So true.
Okay.
That's all that matters. We made it.
You have been operating in the Mundy world for quite a while, so you are able to kind of play off anything. If anyone had been looking, it wasn't observed, so you're safe. The two of you are going to, Lynn, I'll say, give me a snoop check to try and find something with your senses.
Let's. Would you believe that I exploded again? For the
We're
third time
in
in a row.
2 different games here.
I'm not.
Oh, would you believe I rolled another 10?
We need a dice cam on you. I don't believe it.
Hey, you know what's funny? These are dice that you gave me.
Betrayal.
Cool, so that's a 25.
I even forgot to set a difficulty level, but it doesn't matter because 25 is outrageous. You immediately you pick up the scent, and before Boy Blue can give you kind of like show you where he's trying to lead you, you immediately pick it up. You are able to push aside the refrigerator and find a hole in the wall that is kind of like a small cubby of just all the random junk and like things that he would that Shep would find necessary to hide. You absolutely find his stash of ecstasy. You find quite a bit of cash in the same way that someone might bundle like a lot of ones together to make it seem like they have a lot of money. And you find and you did roll something outrageous. So I will say you find a small ceramic red pond.
Yeah, no, you can't hide drugs from me. This is my job.
I am going to be sending us to break pretty quick here, but before we do, we got another tip. from licks, all players get fate, so all of you have advantage on your next rolls. So thank you very much,
Nice.
licks. Okay. I will say, I think that's all. No, wait. One more thing. You find a business card. It has a gold embossed spinning wheel on it, and it says on the back, "What's my name?"
Ooh.
And that is all that you get. I think we're going to go to break right now, and we'll come back to Narissa in the bedroom when we get back here. So we'll take a 10-minute break, and we'll see you all very soon. Hello. Okay. Just a second. Okay. Is that... Yes. Okay. I think we're good to go again. Back from break. I hope everyone... Oh, actually, let me make sure that is all squared away. And I think we're ready to go again. So, let's pick up where we left off. Narissa, you had moved into the bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Before you, as you walk into the space, this apartment has been rather sparse. There was like a couch, a TV, a chair, some kitchen appliances, but for the most part, it's been rather bare. And as you walk into the bedroom, it's much of the same. There's a bed, and it doesn't have a bed frame. It's just on the floor. And however, the care and attention to decor seems to have been replaced in a absolutely wild wall of red twine and links and connections and all kinds of things leading around to, from suspected adversary infiltration to problems in the water supply. They're poisoning us. There's also a chance that the witches have conspired to recreate another fold in story and make... There's just so much there. You see the entire breadth of Shep's imagination. Everything that he could possibly conceive to be a secret, a conspiracy, something that is hidden from everyone else. He has mapped it out in not just one wall. It wraps around a corner onto another wall and even starts to cover some of the window. There is just so much to this.
I think she will just kind of try to calm herself first. She's going to sing a little bit to herself again, get into the zone, and try to forget about everything she had seen outside. And then I think everything kicks into gear when she sees the conspiracy board. I would like to think that she had made one herself before, like to try to cultivate, to try to figure out a way for herself to plot out everything that she needed to do to get herself out of the pickle. And so she's no stranger to feeling like there was a time when she was also a conspiracy theorist. There was a time when she was feeling paranoid, and she is someone who believes that a broken clock strikes right twice a day, right?
Yeah.
So, and she has heard whispers that he had made before, that made something of a sense. Stuff can be hidden in plain sight. Whatever we see is not exactly what it seems. So she's going to try to pinpoint what it is amongst all of the noise that is the truth, even as impossible as it might seem. It could be. So like within all of that, and what she's thinking is that he found something. The boy who cried wolf found something, and found something that he should not have found, and whoever that is targeted both him and Bigby to, one stone, two birds.
Go ahead and give me a snoop.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and say it's going to be difficult because you have to kind of unravel the entirety of his ramblings.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say it's an 8.
Okay. Don't fuck me. Okay. That's promising. As long as I don't roll a 1 here. Oh yeah. So I rolled a 6, and then it exploded,
explodes.
right? And then I rolled a 1. So that's a 7. So I'm gonna use a magic token to bump it to an 8.
Okay. That's going to get you where you need to go, and I'm just going to need you to give me a sneak check real quick. Again, it's just as high as before, 3 difficulty, but
okay.
You can't use any magic you cannot use on it. So go ahead.
So I rolled a 10 on my d10, so I'm gonna roll again. And that is a 19.
You're an absolute ghost. You are so familiar with being of fairytale that you are able to operate so smoothly and just undetectably. You are able to piece together on this wall that there's a name circled that leads back to it, because you realize that like when everything is connected, you have to start at the ends and work your way in. So you find a name that is circled, and it's Rip Van Winkle. And underneath it, it says, "Where did you go?" You kind of, there are connections beyond that, but they start getting a bit more opaque, if that makes sense. You just, it's hard to put them into context of things because you aren't in the frame of mind that he was in when he was writing it. But the name Rip Van Winkle pops out at you. You just beyond that, you're kind of like, okay, that's all I can get from this.
Yeah, she's also not a detective, really. She like when she is figuring things for herself, it's like from the inside out. but from the outside in, she needs an actual detective. So I don't know if Blue has entered the bedroom at this point, but if he has, I'm gonna turn to him and say, Does this make any sense to you?
Boy Blue walks in and he looks at it and he's like, "Oh yeah, a while back, Shep asked me to like get at Bigby about Rip Van Winkle, and Bigby's like he kind of got annoyed with me because he's so buried in other things. He said that missing persons are really tough for him to really follow up on, but that he'll try. I don't think he ever came up with anything.
There's something there. I'm gonna like take photo of the whole board, but also try to follow the thread of the Rip Van Winkle to trace it back. Before I'm gonna like poke my head out but not looking, and just say, Snow, Sahiba, Lynn.
Yeah,
You might want to check this out.
You might want to check this out. So I'll bring it to you.
Yes, can we talk inside though? Because I really would prefer to be here.
All good, boss.
You all into the bedroom, right? You wanted to be so you all enter the bedroom and you all get a first-hand look at this just wild entire board, like there's 2 walls just filled with all of these connections.
Whoa.
He might seem mad, but he's at my place occasionally, and sometimes he will say things and people don't take him seriously, but occasionally there's something in there, and like this Rip Van Winkle. Do we have any record on him?
Anyone that wants to can make a savvy check.
Can I make one myself, or?
Yeah, I'll allow you to make one. I'm going to say the difficulty is an 8.
I rolled a 2, so I don't know anything, but I'm gonna take my tokens.
Absolutely.
That's a 5. Say the line, Hamna.
I rolled a 1.
Oh my god!
No.
I'll take my 2 magic tokens.
I don't know who this Rip Van Winkle is.
Right to jail. Do you have a dice jail? Right to jail.
Tanny, I would like to remind you that Sparrow bought you a glamour if you wanted to use that.
Oh, thank you.
Wait,
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Don't we?
Oh
all
wait,
have advantage?
hold on. I have advantage.
Oh,
I'm
wait.
gonna use it.
have
Thank
advantage.
you to
Oh,
Me too.
yeah.
our donor. I'm gonna roll again.
So
Yes.
true.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm not gonna spend it on this.
Wait, do we not need to spend the fate just yet, or?
You don't
need
have to. Yeah.
You don't have to.
Oh, then I just know nothing.
Okay.
I asked the question. Of course, I know nothing.
The dice gods favor donations is what I'm learning, because I rolled a 10 on a d10 and then I rolled a
Nice.
4, so I got a 14 total. So thank you to the donation. That was great. You saved me from a 1 to a 10.
You get 1 win.
Thank you, Lex. You have absolutely saved Sahiba.
That's amazing.
All right. Also, we got a reroll redeem from Flynn. So if anyone wanted to use that, we can hold that onto that for later. Annie, what did you end up getting?
I got a 6, but I didn't use it. Do I need to like declare that I'm using whatever first?
Yeah, just so that we make sure that
Okay.
we're being above board
Valid.
and making sure. Yeah.
Yeah, so I got a 6.
Okay. All right. What did Lynn get?
Oh, Lynn got a 5. She
No.
doesn't. She immediately after getting all this stuff also raided the fridge and is just oh. So he's like really unemployed, huh?
Yeah, it's slim pickings. I'll
I think
say,
for
yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I think for like narratively speaking, to explain why the 1 turned into a 14, I think that at first Saiba's just really overwhelmed by the conspiracy board. Like, there's just so much information. It's not even that it looks ridiculous or anything like that. I think it's just the sheer amount of information that's on this board. Because some of it has to be true, right? Like, some of it is like, oh, he followed somebody, took a picture. There's like receipts, there's like records and things. And so just the concept of somebody collecting all of this information, the surveillance that it requires, I think distracts them for a second before they like come back and like process the name. And then I remember how I know this name.
I think uh, I think Snow, you just don't. I think the name just kind of breezes through your mind. There's nothing connected to it, so it doesn't have like you haven't flagged it for anything, so it's just a name. It just, hey, it's another fable that's living in Fabletown, so it just kind of passes. Lynn, I just don't think you know this person. This is just another random name that's just doesn't mean anything to you.
Not the club.
Yeah, Narissa, I just don't think. It just hasn't entered your orbit, so it's just it. There's no importance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like she just has this gut instinct that like there is something about this that has the truth to it, but she doesn't know like who this person is.
Yeah. Saiba, I think you are kind of. There's a couple of like fringe fables, those who stay on the periphery of Fabletown. They don't usually come into the orbit of like the block that is Fabletown. They kind of they live in the city and they check in when they need to, but that's it. Rip Van Winkle is just kind of a peculiar old man. His story was that he fell asleep for 20 years and life passed him by, and then when he came back, he was completely unattached to anything that had happened because he was so far removed from it. And it kind of carried with him into the world where he just stopped being connected to people. He stopped being really involved in people's lives. And I think you're able to pick up like a little bit of a connection there where you're just like someone who wants to be left alone and then they disappear. And who's looking for someone who wants to be left alone? That's something that you can hold on to. Like someone that willingly puts themselves out of everyone's purview can easily disappear and none would be the wiser.
After staring at this name and the information around it for a little bit, Saiba will share this information that she has with the rest of the group and will, above table, also asking, was the boy who cried wolf, was Shep also like kind of a recluse as well, or?
No, he wanted to be involved with as many people as possible. He wanted to spread his conspiracies to as many who would listen to him. He was maybe a little ostracized just because people didn't want to talk to him, but he actively engaged. He actively wanted to be a part of it. So him knowing Rip Van Winkle is very possible that this was someone that he did try and connect with, and then that connection led him to suddenly ponder, where did he go?
I find it kind of odd that he would have cared enough about Rip's whereabouts to put it in this board.
Why did he want to recluse himself?
Fuck if I know. I think he just, did the non-attachment thing, but a little too far. And
Well, one of them wanted to stay out of everything, and one of them want to be in the middle of everything. What's the connection?
I'm not sure, honestly, but I wonder if maybe we could.
There's something
follow this-
about Rip Van Winkle that someone out there doesn't want the boy who cried wolf to find out.
Or to share,
And-
if he already found out.
He's got a big mouth, so. What did you
Okay.
find out, Lynn? You said you wanted to share something?
Oh yeah, does this or to you, Snow, mean anything? Flashes the business card, hands it over,
So
and also
I
holds it palm.
I know who that is above table.
All right, if you want to say it, go for it.
But I just don't know if that's a known entity to Fabletown's residents.
You can propose it in. I mean, all of these right now, you are just you are all kind of like guessing at information you have.
Right.
And if you
So-
want to put it forward, yeah.
I wonder if Nerissa, when she wasn't Nerissa, could possibly have reached out to the one who cannot be named occasionally to make a deal in terms of like forging identities.
I don't think it's so much that he can't be named. It's just it's a game that he likes to play.
Right.
That it's very common for him, and
Mhm.
it's just I don't think forging identities is something that he's particularly good at, but he is good at connections.
Right.
If you
Well,
want,
maybe.
if you want
yeah.
to make a I'll say either a snoop roll, and it will be and it's going to be high. It's going to be a 12 because you're trying to piece this together, or a savvy roll. And you know what? I'm going to make that high too because it's part of his whole mystique. So we're going to say 12 savvy or 12 snoop.
Okay, I'm gonna go with savvy.
All of you can roll this if you want upon seeing this card.
I'm gonna use the fate to do the savvy.
What was the DC?
12.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll this just.
I'm going to spend a magic token to reroll, which is something I can do with my trait Lucky.
All right, go ahead and do that reroll.
I'm gonna use my glamour +4 for this.
Yeah, absolutely.
With
Uh-oh.
a
18.
nice.
I rerolled and got worse than I did the first time, so I'm just going to take my 2 magic tokens and go.
No,
Um,
I got a 14.
Okay. And then what did Lynn get?
a 9, and I'm gonna spend all my magic tokens to get a 12.
All right, so I'm going to need a sneak roll from Saiba, from Lynn, and I think that's it. Yeah,
DC?
3.
That's
That's so funny that you said that. That's so funny that you said that, because on a d20, I rolled a 2.
Oh my god.
That's so funny that you said that.
From the no.
Okay.
Classic.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Each failure will have consequences. This is just a failure. This is one failure, so it's rather mild. All sneak checks will increase your difficulty by +1. So it's just okay. What did Lynn end up getting?
So 12. Oh, then the sneak check was 8.
Yeah. Okay. So there's kind of like a knock at the door, and you hear someone just kind of voicing boisterously, like, "Hey, what's going on in here?" It seems like, oh my God, this is a mess in here. Oh, jeez. And you hear Flycatcher frantically trying to push them back out of the door, but clearly, someone has kind of pierced the veil of your secrecy, and so that's just something that you have to keep in mind going forward. The cops are going to be aware of this very soon. So let's go.
Is this just a random neighbor, right?
This is just a random neighbor.
Okay, I'm gonna like step outside and muster all of the courage and go to this guy and say, "Hi, we are rehearsing a new mystery show that is going to be happening soon at the Dimple and Grin. You're very welcome to stop by. I see that we have got your attention."
I'm gonna need a slick check DC 20. He's seen blood in a body.
Okay.
That's wild.
What is that?
Special effects. Special.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
really practical.
So
Really good. Really good.
Just really-
okay. So I rolled a 16 on the die. I have +3 from my strength, and I'm gonna use one magic token to bump it
You
to
have
20.
+3 with Fables. This is not a fable. This is a mundane.
Oh, okay. Great. I will use 4 magic tokens.
All right. I'm going to need you to make a sneak check. This difficulty is a 5 because you're standing
Okay.
right in front of him.
Yeah. What is my sneak? My sneak. Oh my god. Yeah, and I'm gonna just keep talking, right? I'm just gonna say, I'm going to give you a special preview token. All I ask is that you do not tell anybody. We are trying to be giving people a surprise about this show. That's a 10, which explodes
Okay.
to a 16.
Ooh.
Okay, we're good.
You see him kind of like, all right, I guess, but man, you sure went overboard with that stage blood. That is a mess in there. Ugh.
Yeah, we're trying to turn it down. I can see how this is a little bit extra and very campy. We're trying to keep it classy. That is good advice, sir.
He is going to make his way out. Both Snow and Narissa made their checks for who this is. This business card belongs to Rumpelstiltskin. He is a... What you know of him is that he's mostly a troublemaker. He's not been able to practice magic as he did back in the lands before. So he's been a bit more into vices. And by that I mean he is a drug dealer. And it is entirely likely that he is the boy who cried wolf's blood.
So I know this is something that I don't want to like use too much of, but is there any access to like his file through the, or would Blue know anything about it for this guy, for Rumpelstiltskin?
Yeah, you can ask Blue. I think in this case, what you are, you know what? I'll tell you what. You can either do no, because that's kind of what you've been able to glean from your own knowledge. You can ask Blue, and I'll roll his. I guess it would be savvy. I'm gonna roll his savvy, and you can ask him.
Okay.
You ask him, and he's like, Rumpelstiltskin. I mean, I know he deals, but I mean, I don't have any reason to go to him. He's kind of sketchy. Every. I mean, I know we're not supposed to blame people for their past, but I mean, his whole thing is that deals with him are with a high cost. That's kind of everything that I know about him. Just not hasn't really crossed my path a lot.
Do you know if he knew Shep very well? Have you ever seen them together when you've come to check on him?
I think I saw him with Shep like once or twice, but like, Rumpelstiltskin really doesn't like to be approached outside of where he works, so I didn't really see him a lot.
Okay.
Just had a thought. Surely Rumpelstiltskin and maybe Shep would have worked, maybe not anymore at my establishment, but surely when it was pudding and pie, that's exactly the kind of place that they would have tried to deal with drugs, right?
There's a very good chance that would have happened. So
Yeah.
give me a simple luck roll. It's going to be pretty much you can pick whatever die you want. High, the top half, you know about what they've done. If it's the lower half, then you don't.
I got another 16 on the D20.
I think you are aware that Georgie liked clientele that were pliable, because that meant that they were more willing to spend their money. However, he would not have liked clients that are too far gone that they would be inhibited. So I think it would have been very seldom there would have been working relationship, but it would have been rare. Because Georgie, as we all know, could be temperamental. And if things did not operate at the exact way he wanted it, it was immediately cut.
While this is happening, everyone is observing the business card. I think Saiba's attention is drawn to the pawn, the red pawn, in Lynn's hand. Is there anything that Saiba can glean about it? I think she puts her hand out so that she can kind of handle it and observe it a little bit better.
Give me a savvy check. The DC is 35.
Okay, well, there's no way I'm making that, but I will try anyway for probability's sake, I guess.
I love how casually you said that, Beth.
He's like, oh, pretty high. It's 12, but then you just drop 35.
I got an 8, so I'll take my magic tokens because that's not 35.
Oh no!
Unfortunately, this particular curio is inscrutable. You just have no knowledge or connection to it, and until you kind of glean more knowledge off of it, about it, anything connected to it, every time you want to make I will let you make as many savvy checks as you want about it, and it's going to be 35 every time.
Anything to you?
It looks like a board game piece or chess piece.
Yeah. I mean,
Seen
I
any
have to
chessboards
imagine.
around?
No, it's probably. I mean, it's a call sign, right? I just don't know to who.
I think maybe we could follow, and Saiba just kind of like points to Narissa and Snow. Maybe follow their lead for now.
Yeah. Yeah.
We should
About Rumble.
we should go talk to him, right?
You mean
think so.
Rumpelstiltskin?
Yeah.
And we need to get out of here quickly.
Yeah.
Before
You think he'll
Mundys have-
show if we don't have like a deal to offer him?
I always have a deal to offer him.
Oh, I'll give him a deal.
Okay, I don't know what you two got going on, but if you can get him to show up, then sure.
Let's just be careful. His deals apparently hold quite a bit of weight, but we should get out of here before those Mundys find anything.
Yeah. You, Snow, and Narissa were talking about talking to somebody upstairs or something, or the neighbor or something. If you two want to do that, I can just finish scoping this place out, and we can maybe meet back in the lobby.
Do I know the relationship between Snow and Rose?
I think it's fairly infamous. Snow tries their hardest to keep professional and maintain an image, and Rose Red absolutely does not. And I think that is subject to gossip and rumor.
I think she's in the place where rumors are quite often spread, so she will know, but she's gonna try to be respectful and just on the side say to Snow, we don't have to go upstairs, but she's here. She's well connected. She probably knows a thing or two.
No, we should go.
Yeah.
You're right. If it can help us with this, let's go. I'll let you do most of the talking. But I'll try to let you do most of the talking.
He'll be all right. You're the better one, as far as I'm concerned.
I don't know if either of us are the better one, but it's just been a long time since I've seen her. I'm sure she'll have questions, but if you don't mind being the buffer, I think it's worth going to talk to her. We need to figure this out as quickly as we can.
You're the better one because you're my friend. That's all.
Snow's just gonna kind of let her emotions finally peek through a little bit, have a cute little smile, kind of tugging her mouth, and then she'll be like, oh. And then, yeah. All right.
Roll her eyes. I'd go with you, boss, but I don't want to make her uncomfortable.
Above table, I love Lynn.
Same.
I adore them.
Our places always stack the snack because we love Lynn at the place.
She's so hungry.
I love that.
There's always you make sure and have wrap anything, just like a easy friable meat there. So you head upstairs, and as you round towards the top, you can hear calamity. You can hear music that is absolutely blasting through the walls. You get to the apartment and knock on the door, and after a minute, music stops, and you hear a voice from inside like, "Are you calling the cops again? Oh my god, you suck so bad!" And she is going to throw open the door, and you see a woman clad in a bathrobe, last night's clothes, and kind of disheveled hair, a really dark red hue that you recognize as Rose Red, your sister. And Snow, she takes one look at you. And oh, the ice bitch come off of her throne. Wow, this must be big.
It's good to see you too, Rose. We just had a few questions. This is not a personal call, all right?
What are you asking for donations for the Fable Day Fund again? Because I am so glad to donate my funds to a worthy cause.
Something like that. Listen, Rose, you you have your ear to the ground most of the time. So, what do you know about Shep downstairs?
Shep? What?
Let's just cut to the chase.
I mean, the guy's a loudmouth. Anyone will tell you that. Go ahead and give me a slick roll.
Okay.
The difficulty is going to be an 8. No, you're here. I think it's going to be a 9.
A slick roll?
Yes.
That's her thing. So let's do a d20. Watch it be a 1. Watch it be a 1 after I said that. Oh, 13. Okay.
Okay. She's like, yeah, I know. Goes around. He works a couple of clubs, so like, I've run into him. I usually like to party at home, but we sometimes start off at some of his places. Like, he runs promo for North Star and Sable and Midas. I know North Star is Fable friendly, so I sometimes kick it there. But what do you want to know about the guy? He's weird.
How often do you kick it with Shep?
I don't kick it with him. Have you talked to the guy? He's just a motor mouth for just nonsense.
That little shrimp is trying to run my place too, so I'm with you there.
Hey, I like the gusto, but you're gonna have to give me a slick check.
Okay.
I'll say this is much less because you aren't literally related to her. The DC is a 5.
Wait, me or
You?
Snow?
Yeah.
No.
No.
I'm not related to her.
Yeah, you're not related to her. So the DC is 5.
Oh. Okay, yeah. 19. Oh, actually, no, it's not 19. It is 22.
Yeah.
Rose said, "This is my best friend, my new best friend."
This guy is so weird, and like, I've seen him talking with Rumpelstiltskin at North Star, so like, the guy is.
I know, right? Like Rumpelstiltskin, he is so high level, and that little shrimp is trying to get under his skin too. What is that about, right?
What? Who does he think he is? I don't care about what's in the water supply. I don't care what the witches are doing. And he's just non-stop
Exactly. Nobody cares, and Rumpelstiltskin has way more important things to do.
I mean, I guess I don't really. I mean, I have bought from him like a couple of times, but like if
Oh,
you,
really? What did you what was he like with you? Because he was a little weird when we were kind of.
well, I mean, I have the cash, so I can pay him, but like, I mean, if I didn't, I wouldn't do anything with Rumpelstiltskin because the guy, I'm, he'll steal your baby. That is wild. That is way more than what I bargained for. But I mean, I have cash, so it's fine.
I guess when someone is as powerful as him, he gets to be a creep and get away with it, I guess.
I
But
guess, but
I'm just glad you didn't let him take advantage of you.
I mean, he's taking advantage of everyone. That
What do you
that's just
know?
how skeevy he is. He just has his fingers in everything. I mean, I don't I don't think he's just dealing. I think he's got something going on the side. But like, I'm not a freaking narc. I'm not gonna arrest him for getting paid. That's not what I do.
Oh, but like spill the tea. We're not gonna tell anyone.
I mean, he's got some magic stuff going on. That's what he did in the storybook before. So he's got a line on something magic, doing some stuff on the side. I know the witches wouldn't be happy with what he's doing, but I'm not I'm not looking to start a whole thing with, the witches, especially with you over there always breathing down my neck.
Are you talking to me? Is that what?
Yeah,
Okay. Oh, Rose. What kind of deals have you been making with Rumpelstiltskin? You've been making deals with him.
you know.
All right.
A girl
You
likes to
know,
party.
like I said, this is not personal. I'm not here as a personal call. Right. So, when is the last time you've seen Shep?
I mean, I think I saw him trying to get into his apartment last night, but like, why did he leave the water running or something? Are you here to like ask the power company to turn back on his lights?
Something like that. What time was it, Rose?
I got in pretty well. I was actually going out, but it was like 10.
10 o'clock?
Yeah,
So
Ladies.
pre-party time.
the night was young.
Snow's gonna cross her arms and then realize that like she's not gonna get anything from Rose, and she's gonna kind of take a step back and just like cross her arms and just kind of let them have a chat, but making a mental note to like figure out what time. Actually, above table, did we get a time on when Blue made that phone call? Because I know that you said that we
Um,
did, but I didn't ask.
I think it was earlier in the night for you. Like, I don't think you got an
Okay.
exact time. I think it was just that probably the phone call would have happened before Rose saw him entering his apartment.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Then she's gonna take a step back and just let this happen. Maybe try and look at some paintings in the hallway or something, nonchalantly. Yep.
I
I
think I will. I think as you step away, Nerissa is gonna give you a look, and I think we've known each other long enough, that you would know. This look says she's the worst person I've ever met, and I'm loving this.
Snow's just gonna keep stone faced, just stoic, and just but yeah, yeah. She'll smile as she walks away. Looks at the paintings. Yep. But keeping an ear. Okay. She wants to hear the tea.
yeah, I think after a time, like, Rose is definitely comfortable talking to you. I think after a time you realize that this person is unfortunately very self-absorbed, and so things
Yeah.
outside of their periphery just don't really have any lasting effect on them. I'll let you make one more slick check. This is going to be a DC 20 to see if there's anything parting that you can get from it.
Okay. That is very fortunate because that's a what's 19 plus 3? 22.
As she's talking, she's like, I think I remember like two like maybe weird looking guys heading up toward his apartment, but like I didn't recognize them, and I didn't really like. It's like, whatever, you call over whoever you want. Who am I to judge? But like, it looks weird and
Weird, like stylish weird or creepy weird?
creepy weird. And I kind of dismissed them because I don't think they were fables. But whatever. You see like 100 weird things a day in this city.
That's true. Well, you're like the most interesting person I've ever met. You know so much. You see so
I know.
much.
Hey, you should come out with us tonight.
Right? That would be great. Are you sure? You really?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know what time we are, but like we're gonna be, I think, at Tara's later. So like, I don't know, just like show up there and I'll totally bring you in.
Oh yeah, duh. Okay. You said 10, right? So I'll show up at midnight, maybe?
Yeah, absolutely. That sounds good. Okay. Love you. And she's
Okay,
gonna close the door.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna like roll my eyes as I go towards the rest people.
Snow's gonna come back as soon as she hears the door shut and go to Narissa and just be like, Snow bitch? Snow bitch? Did you hear her call me ice bitch? What was it? What was it? Was that the wording?
It's not very creative.
Right. All right, let's go.
I feel a little bit sorry for her.
I'm a little worried about her, but
I would be too. Well, you're a good sister for still worrying about her. I don't think she has many real friends.
I abandoned that ship long ago.
But she did tell me something. It sounds like our boy who cried the wolf was getting into bed with non-fables.
Really? Okay. That could explain some things. Let's get back downstairs and see if we can get out of here. I don't like the amount of mundys walking around.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be here when they see.
Okay, let's go.
I think you all reconvene at the apartment. Blue tells you that he's already getting the body ready to be transported to Dr. Swinehart, who's going to perform the autopsy. He also offered to bring along any other evidence you'd like Dr. Swinehart, who's kind of like, he's an all-in-one lab and doctor, like criminology, medical work. He's just so gifted with the human body that you are able to pretty much pass along anything that you would like to him, and he can glean some information from it.
While all of that was happening upstairs, Saiba was still in the apartment and was just doing one last sweep, like she said. And so at this point, she would have been looking in all of the places where people tend to try to hide stuff, like behind picture frames and paintings and beneath the floorboards and under the bed and all of that. And while they're doing that, I think they're just like, Tulin, so you and Bigby have gotten pretty close then?
Yeah, we're drinking buddies. Lynn's counting the stashed away money.
Must be quiet.
Sometimes the quiet's nice. Sometimes you just wanna share a drink in silence. But we talk sometimes. We have a lot in common.
Yeah, and like their hand is like underneath the bed frame, like trying to feel if there's anything taped under there or something. I honestly don't see it.
No? I mean,
No.
people both we get treated like people didn't forget what we did. And it's
Hey,
been
Lynn.
hard.
People didn't forget what anybody did.
You didn't eat people.
I guess that's true. She keeps looking, and like trying to pry open a floorboard at this point. But I don't know. I guess I just don't see how you see yourself in him. That's all.
I really think he can, not be the big bad wolf.
I mean, yeah, he can be, and you can not be the lindworm, but that doesn't make you the same.
Do you not like him?
This conversation, way more than anyone's ever gonna get out of it. And I mean, come on, we dated. It was fine. It was a thing. It was not fine.
Dated?
What do you mean? You know this.
He didn't talk about you at all.
Of course he didn't. Narrator, do I find anything as I'm looking through the apartment?
Go ahead and give me a snoop check. I'll say this is going to be a little bit higher difficulty because you already found like the most obvious things. So this would be the very hidden, very tucked away. Go ahead. It's going to be a DC 13 snoop check.
Okay. I rolled a 10 on the die. I'm going to use 3 magic tokens and get myself to that beautiful 13.
All right. I will tell you in just a moment. Go ahead and give me that sneak check. And it's 1 higher difficulty. So it's going to be, at this point, I'd say a 4.
I got a 7. And it did scare me a little bit because I thought it was a 1, but it's a 7.
I think you are trying to kind of pick out the corners of where someone would leave something in a desperate attempt to, hey, this is my last act, and they're going to wipe away any evidence of this. And so you're looking and you find your way into like the very small bathroom, and you touch a tile and it just kind of like moves in a little bit, and you realize that it's kind of just barely holding its place there, and you're able to kind of like just push it through all the way into the hole in the wall that it is, you pull out a slip of paper and it says, she's working with the mundys. She's using the mundys to hide. You can't trust the mundys anymore. They're a part of it. And I think at that, we will be ending this episode of A Wolf Among Us, Sheep in Wolf's Clothing. Thank you for joining us for the premiere. I have been your narrator, Patrick. You can catch me on Blue Sky at Mr. Patrick Hakes, and I will throw it over to Humna.
Hello, everyone. My name is Humna. I use any and all pronouns, and tonight I have been Saiba, who uses she, they pronouns. Yeah, tonight, for those of you that don't know me, who are just meeting me for the first time, you are learning in real time about my accursed dice. This is not a one-time event. It does not matter what kind of dice I use, digital, in person, the set, doesn't matter. This happens all the time, so you have more of that to look forward to. If you like me and what I do, you can follow me all over the interwebs at LilithTTRPG. I am most active on Blue Sky, so that's where you should go if you want the most up-to-date information. I am also the executive director of Tender Vicious Studios, which is a multimedia production studio that makes experimental art with intent. We have a actual play audio drama podcast out right now called Laurie's House, which is a story about imperfect memory, identity, and community. So if you like sad shit and kind of weird timey-wimey stuff, you should definitely go check that out. That's Laurie's House, wherever you podcasts. And I will pass things over to Tenny.
Hi guys, I am Tenny. She, her pronouns. I was playing Snow White today, also she, her pronouns. If you want to find me over the interwebs, it would be It's Tenny with 2 Y's at the end of it because we have to make it difficult. You'll find me mostly on Blue Sky or Twitch, playing a bunch of random either role-playing or horror games. And I'm just getting back into the TTRPG space, and I'm really excited about it. So, Gwen.
Me, I have been Gwen, she, her. I have been playing Prince Lin, also she, her. Because if you like the nonsense that I do, you can go to my website, glitchypixie.com, or follow me on Blue Sky at glitchypixie. That's where I'm somewhat active. I'm also in Laurie's house, so you should doubly check that out. And I do mean doubly. So, yeah, everything else is kind of NDA, so that'll be later. Anyway, Ryan, close this out, please.
Hi, I have been Ran, and tonight I was Nerissa, and eventually maybe you'll find out who I'm playing in this show. You can find me on Blue Sky as Burdick Inspiration, and if you happen to be in New York City this fall, you'll catch my show at Broken College, where I am going to be directing Faithful and Her Friends. Starting next week, I will be in a actual play show on Streaming Rainbows, Girl by Moonlight, and also every other Sunday evening I'll be in a Star Wars actual play. If you are interested in that kind of thing, you can also find me as the Lantern Keeper on StartPlaying.games, where you can play at my table if you would like. And that is that. Have a good night.
All right. Thank you for joining us tonight. We are going to be back same time next week. So find out who killed the boy who cried wolf.